Let's get more on the fire situation though. Joining me now is Rob Rogers, Deputy Commissioner at the New South Wales Rural Fire Service. Thanks very much for your time. I know the start of a long, hot, dangerous period. What's the situation right now?
Yeah, look, 100 fires, most of those are not yet contained. Obviously the concerning fires are those fires in the north of the state, fires down the Currawong fire near Bateman's Bay in the southern part, and then those fires all around Sydney. You've got fires in the Wollondilly area, fires in the Blue Mountains and fires in the Hawkesbury area. We know that fire in the Hawkesbury is going to cause us problems tomorrow. We've got a forecast of very hot conditions, very low humidity and really strong westerly winds. That's going to be then followed by a day of slightly less temperature and winds, but then a return to potentially even worse on Saturday. So for residents and firefighters, they're in for a pretty tough few days.
The total fire ban for 4 days in New South Wales, what are some of the things used sometimes where people don't realise that they could start a fire covering that total fire ban?
Look, often landowners like to burn off vegetation. People like to have, open fire barbecues in the bush area, and it's simple things like that, campfires, and the idea is to try and eliminate these sort of accidental things that start fires, and that's the idea of a total fire ban, just because obviously having those 100 fires, the last thing we need is new fires being introduced, particularly when we've got such bad weather conditions, and crews are pretty well committed to make sure we try and protect as many properties ahead of these really bad conditions.
It looks like we'll get some rain on the 25th of December around that time. Is any of that going to help the fires burning at the moment in New South Wales?
Well, I guess time will tell, but if it does, I may be doing a dance in the street.
I think we all would be, Rob. I just want to get you finally as well. Criticism in the past couple of days for Scott Morrison going overseas during the fire crisis in his home state. What's your reaction to that?
Look, all I can say is the federal government, through the military and other federal arms, have been very supportive. Whatever we've asked for, they've provided, as has all the state agencies, interstate firefighters, the federal government. They've all been providing assistance where we've needed. I've got no comment on an individual, be it the Prime Minister or not. At the end of the day, we care about what's being delivered to support our firefighters, and we don't have any complaints in that regard.
And the fireys that are on the ground, Rob, the situation's been a bit more calm in the past few days. Was that an opportunity for some to get a bit of rest, or not a luxury like that at the moment?
No, look, unfortunately not, because they've been doing a lot of preparatory works, trying to secure as much area as they can ahead of this worsening conditions. So they've been doing a lot of back burning, trying to protect as many properties as possible, because doing nothing's not an option. So firefighters have been really engaged in doing that work. We've been doing a lot of planning ahead of tomorrow. So tomorrow we'll see more than 100 extra fire trucks from both Rural Fire Service and Fire and Rescue put into those areas of problem, and then staged down in Western City, ready to help go to any of those areas where fire breaks out and starts directly threatening properties. So there's been a lot of planning, a lot of work, and obviously a lot of people will be on deck tomorrow to make sure we're there to protect properties wherever we can.
Start of a long, hot spell again, Rob Rogers. We will let you get back to it, but thanks for your time today.
Thanks very much.